All right, stand up. Go lay down in this room. Stand up.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 11 p.m. calendar on February 18th, 2025. Orders were given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this. Not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints, but if you do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you today. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned counsel. The vast majority of you are going to be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Everything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second thing, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your attorney, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save your legal questions for your counsel. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, and some of you are going to be hearing about different release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork, but that's why it's important to keep your paperwork and not lose it. Otherwise, if you end up missing a court date or not following a court order, you could just end up back here. Here's how tonight's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come in the courtroom, stand at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on the chair next to the door. And then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar's done. Could I please get Willie Johnson to the podium? Marcus Peebles to the chair, please. Hi, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Willie Johnson, 11/13/1989.
Thank you. You are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause is previously found for one count of aggravated assault, Class 6 felony. I'm assigning you an attorney. This happened back in September of 2024. Your next court dates are February 24th and February 27th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your judge. It's a $1,000 secured appearance bond. But, sir, they transported you from DOC, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, sir, technically then you're going to be held non-bondable because you're technically with DOC. And so what's going to happen is you got to finish up all your stuff here in Maricopa County before they transport you back. But while all your stuff is going on down here, you just can't be released.
All right.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Marcus Peebles to the podium. Bryant Nihoitua to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
8/24/91.
Name, please.
Marcus Peebles.
Thank you. You are here today in the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for one count of aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, and one count of misdemeanor assault, Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are February 24th and February 27th at the Downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $25,000. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services release with alcohol testing and monitoring. You'll also be fitted with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with the victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any terms of orders of protection that might be put out against you. And I'm not sure whether this last one applies to you, but you may not live with the alleged victim, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. You're allowed one civil standby with local law enforcement to return to the residence to collect your essential belongings, and you're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Want to please step to your left for your paperwork, sir? Bryant Nihoitua to the podium. Tristan Villigodi to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Bryant Nihoitua, 8281.
Thank you. You are here on two separate matters, a Superior Court grand jury warrant and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on the following charges. 2 counts of aggravated DUI, class as your third DUI, class 4 felony. 3 counts of aggravated DUI for interlock, class 4 felony. 1 count of aggravated DUI with passenger under 15, a class 6 felony. 3 counts of aggravated DUI with passenger under 15, a class 6 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest, a class 6 felony. These events occurred all occurred back in July of 2024. I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 26th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the grand jury. It's a $20,000 cash bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your probation officer within 24 hours. Furthermore, if you bond out, you may not operate any motor vehicle. As to your probation violation warrant, I'm also assigning you counsel. Your next court date is going to be February 25th, setting a secured appearance bond of $2,500. Same conditions of release. Most important one being, if you bond out, you have to contact your probation officer within 24 hours. Please,
respectfully address the court?
Sure. If you do you have a question for me?
Well, I was wondering if I could be placed on OR or pretrial services because I was never made aware of this warrant, and I do have a job. I got a current address. I got my phone, and I've been complying with my probation and everything.
Sure.
So
no, I understand your position about not knowing. You didn't know about it because it was a grand jury warrant, and the grand jury meets in secret. And so no one knew about this warrant until you got picked up on it. So it's not a failure to appear warrant. It's a grand jury warrant. Unfortunately for me, sir, I can't change the orders of the grand jury, and so that $20,000 cash bond is going to remain in place today. So the next opportunity for you to argue that bond at the earliest is going to be February 25th when you go before your probation violation judge, okay?
26th.
I'm sorry, February 26th when you go before your arraignment hearing.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Please step to your left for your paperwork. Tristan Billigotti to the podium. Leticia Barber to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
Tristan Billigotti, 5/29/1986.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 25th in the downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge is the $10,000 cash bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you're able to bond out, you have to contact your PO within 24 hours.
Okay.
Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Leticia Barber to the podium. Quincetta Brown to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Leticia Barber, 9485.
Thank you. You are here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and failure to admit to carrying a deadly weapon, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are February 24th and February 27th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. Ma'am, if you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services release. Furthermore, you are not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So I won't be getting released today?
No, not unless you can. So it's a $10,000 secured appearance bond. So you can work with a bond company. There's a list of phone numbers of bond companies back in the facility. So you can start to contact them to see if any of them are willing to work with you to see if you can bond out.
It wasn't no way, because I'm SMI, I've been off my meds and stuff, but is there no way that I can get released or something like that?
So, ma'am, given everything that I'm reading before me today, not tonight. So either if you can't work it out with the bond company tonight to be able to release, the next time you can be able to talk about it is going to be February 24th. That's the next time you're going to be able to see a judge. And you can talk to that judge to see if they're willing to work with you on the bond, but at this point, it's going to be, I'm going to affirm the $10,000.
And how much do I have to pay off the $10,000?
So every bond company is a little bit different. People think it's just 10%. It's not just 10%.
Okay.
It's sometimes between 10 and 15%, depends on the bond company. Plus they got some fees that you got to pay too, so people forget about that. So, but every bond company is different. That's why you're going to talk to a few of them, see which one gets you the best deal.
Okay.
All right, please step to your left, ma'am. Quinsetta Brown to the podium. Gabriel Johnson to the chair, please.
Brown, over here. Hey, open the door.
Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Quinsetta Brown, 52865.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 separate probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date on all of them is going to be February 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm going to be affirming the bond set by the probation violation judge in all 3 of your matters. $500 secured on one, $1,250 on the second one, and $1,500 on the third one. Ma'am, if you're able to bond out on all 3 of your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, though, is if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
I'm done?
Yes, please step to your left for your paperwork. Gabriel Johnson to the podium. Luis Calderon to the chair, please. Gabriel Johnson. Hi, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Gabriel Johnson, January 28, 1977.
Thank you. You are here today on 2 separate matters. You have a probation violation warrant, and you're here on a Superior Court arrest warrant. So let me talk to you about your arrest warrant. Probable cause is previously found for criminal trespass in a critical public service facility. That's a Class 5 felony. Let me see here. That is not. And sir, you already have counsel on this one. This is just they're taking. Pretrial Services doesn't want to work with you anymore, and so that's why a warrant was put out for your arrest. So I'm not assigning you an attorney. You currently have an attorney on these charges, correct? So I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to stick with your current attorney. I'm going to be affirming the bond set by the judge. It's $1,000 secured appearance bond.
Wow.
Your next court dates are February 24th and February 27th. Sir, if you're able to bond out, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. And then as to your probation violation, I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. Also affirming the $1,000 secured appearance bond on your probation violation. Same conditions of release, most important one being if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir.
Can you repeat that, please?
Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Luis Calderon to the podium. Tyler Northern to the chair, please. Sir, name and date of birth, please.
Luis Martinez Calderon, September 5th, 1981.
Thank you. You're here today in a family court warrant. Sir, have you ever appeared on one of these before?
Yeah.
A family court warrant?
Yes.
Okay. And so, sir, the purge amount that you have to pay in order to be released is $650. And so if you pay the $650 to be released, until it's all paid off, you're going to remain in custody until it's completely paid off. Your next court date in family court is going to be February 21st.
21st?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
Tyler Northern to the podium. Johnny Tovar to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
My name is Tyler Northern, 05/29/1992.
Thank you. You're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are February 24th and February 27th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your judge, it's a $500 secured appearance bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Want to please step to the left of your paperwork? Johnny Tovar to the podium. Pamela Cameron to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Johnny Angel Tovar, 9/26/92.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant.
Yes, sir.
I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 26th. That's at the Buckeye City Court. Affirming the bond set by the judge out there, it's a $200 secured appearance bond. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Quick question, because for this charge, they wanted me to do classes, and I finished my classes, so I don't know why I might have a warrant.
I don't know why I have a warrant either. I'm not the Buckeye judge, so I have no idea why he put the warrant out there.
Okay, so $200 bail, that's it?
That's it. Any other questions?
No.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left. Pamela Cameron to the podium. Roy Ship to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Pamela Cameron, 7/8/96.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your judge, it's a $200 secured appearance bond. So if you're able to bond out, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your probation officer within 3 days, okay?
Okay.
All right. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Roy Ship to the podium. Abraham Madrid to the chair, please. Hi, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Roy Ship, 22571.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be February 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge, it's a $100 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your probation officer within 3 days. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Abraham Madrid to the podium. Wilbert Brewer to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth.
Abraham Madrid, January 21, 1993.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because I'm not finding you indigent at this time. By the time of your next court date, and that's going to be on March 5th, if you don't have an attorney, would you please ask the court for one? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Your next court date is going to be March 5th. That's at the Goodyear City Court, okay?
Okay.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you today. There's some conditions you have to follow, though. Sir, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any of the victim or witnesses. Not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any terms of orders of protection or orders against harassment that might be put out against you. And I'm not sure if this next one applies to you. You may not live with any of the alleged victims, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. You're allowed 1 civil standby with local law enforcement to return to the residence to collect any essential belongings. And you're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Do you understand these release conditions?
Yes, sir. I have a question. Go ahead. Do I ask now for the escort there, or does that?
No, that'll be later.
Okay.
Okay. So do you understand these release conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow these release conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on March 5th at the Goodyear City Court?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance today. So here's how this works. Once you're released during normal business hours, go ahead and call the Goodyear Police Department, and you have to set up an appointment with them.
Oh, to go there.
Yeah, to go there. So you set up an appointment, so they'll stand by while you go in and get your stuff, and then you can go in and get your stuff while they're watching. Okay.
Okay. So it's not to be done tonight.
It can't be done tonight. You're gonna have to wait until probably tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All right. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Deputy, I'm going to do a couple warrants. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Wilbert Brewer, please. Sir, thank you for your patience. Can I please get your name and date of birth?
Wilbert Brewer to 1974.
Thank you. You are here today on a fugitive of justice warrant. Do you have a chance to read that big white card?
Yeah, but I'm not really sure about this. I've had this warrant for like 4 years, and
It's still going
Michigan's
on.
still not coming to get me. So I don't know why I keep it. I don't know.
Sure thing. So here's the situation. I saw that you were here earlier in the evening, correct?
Yeah, they brought me back.
And you're being held non-bondable, correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay. So yeah, Michigan wants you. There's a $12,000 bond out of Michigan, but you have all this stuff going on in Arizona currently.
Yeah.
And so the deal is that even if you waived your extradition hearing, and Michigan would have to come get you in 30 days, that 30-day clock, that doesn't run until you finish all your Arizona stuff.
Right.
And who knows how long that's going to take. It'll certainly take longer than 30 days, I imagine, to finish all your Arizona stuff, is what I'm thinking. And then the other way, if you don't waive extradition, it takes them 60 to 90 days after your extradition hearing, and your extradition hearing is currently set for March 3rd. So after reading the card, before I go through my spiel, would you like to waive your hearing, or would you like
No, I'm not waiving my hearing.
You're not waiving hearing? That's totally fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. So at this point then, your hearing is going to be set for March 3rd. You're still going to be held, at least on the Michigan warrant, for $12,000 secured appearance bond. But it sounds like you're being held non-bondable on your other Arizona stuff anyway.
Exactly.
Okay. Is this paperwork right? Okay. So if you want to wait over there, we're going to print some paperwork for you, and hopefully they don't bring you back for anything else.
Helps not even.
All right. Thank you, sir. I'm calling number 20, Mr. Edmund Johannes, date of birth 3/15/1985. He is currently back in the facility on suicide watch, and so I will be visiting him back at his cell. But could I please get appearances from counsel, starting with the state?
Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state. I apologize. I'm having issues with my webcam, so I'm not appearing on camera.
Not a problem.
Josephine Hallam on behalf of Mr. Johannes, who, as you stated, is on suicide watch.
Thank you. So, counsels, we're here on a failure to appear warrant. Mr. Johannes has been picked up. So, yeah, probable cause isn't the issue here. I'm not assigning new counsel because it appears as if he already has counsel. And we have a next court date of February 27th for him to appear. So I imagine, Ms. Hallam, you wanted to be heard regarding release. Am I guessing that right?
Your Honor, we just had a guilty verdict on Thursday, and he was not present for the verdict because he was in the hospital. He's been transferred directly from the hospital to going in custody. So I'd ask that you quash the warrant, exonerate the bond, and he's being held pursuant to Rule 7.2, non-bondable, because it's a mandatory prison sentence.
Okay. Ms. Stetson, do you have any objection to that?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize. I obviously am not the assigned attorney for this case, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage here. But in speaking with the sex crimes unit, it does appear that he did fail to appear for a trial date. A warrant was issued, Your Honor. The charges in this case are quite concerning, as well as the fact that he is now looking at mandatory prison. So the state would ask that Your Honor affirm the bond. Thank you.
Your Honor, he's non-bondable, so if you could exonerate it and place him non-bondable, he can't get out because Judge Avalar already invoked the rule upon his finding of guilty. He didn't run. He was in the hospital, so it wasn't like he was failing to appear because he was running. He just was placed in the hospital for reasons I think you see because he's on a psych hold. So
understood. So here's the
we
one.
already have a sentencing date also in March, so I don't think we need another date. We already have the sentencing date.
Sure thing. Just to explain the position that the IA court is in, so the date that I mentioned to the February 27th date, that is auto-populated by the system. The things that we can do here is pretty limited since we're not a court of record. So what I can do is affirm that Mr. Johannes is going to be held non-bondable pursuant to Rule 7.2. In terms of exoneration, unfortunately, ma'am, I won't be able to do that. I just don't have the ability to do that. And so I imagine the next best date to do that would be on the February 27th date, despite the fact that that's not the next official court date, given his trial track. And so truly all that I am able to do with the computer system that I have in front of me is to affirm the date of February 27th, affirm his non-bondable status pursuant to Rule 7.2. Knowing that, is that acceptable to you?
Yes, I just don't, I don't know if you could strike I know you said auto-populates. What's the point? What is that hearing for, the 27th?
It's set as a status conference post-warrant.
Yeah,
so that's what it shows.
We already have this sentencing date, so.
So, totally understand. So on his paperwork, it's actually going to show this February 27th date. Understanding that he's non-bondable, perhaps if you could call Judge Avalar's division to see if you can get that February 27th date vacated, because at this point that I can't vacate it myself. It just, the system automatically creates it. I apologize.
No worries. That sounds fine. I'll contact her division. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Stetson, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you both counsels. And so again, at this time, I will just affirm that February 27th date, which may be vacated in the future, given that the defendant does have a sentencing date after that, and affirming his non-bondable status pursuant to Rule 7.2. Thank you again, counsels.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, numbers 9 and 7, I also will be visiting them back at their cells. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Louis Epperson, date of birth 7/14/1989, is here in a Superior Court new case. Arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I am assigning counsel. His next court dates are February 24th and February 27th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If he's able to bond out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Louis Millen, date of birth 5/13/97, is also here in a Superior Court new case. Arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I am assigning counsel. His next court dates are March 5th and March 7th in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon his promise to appear, I'll be releasing him to supervised release, pretrial services. He's also not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's going to be any changes to these release conditions, I will come back onto the record to make those changes, and this concludes the 11 p.m. calendar.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, do we have the interpreter on the line?
Interpreter, is there anyone on the line?
Hi, can you hear me?
The interpreter
Hello,
has disconnected. To reconnect with your interpreter, press or...
Okay, all right, one moment, please.
Hi, is this the interpreter?
Yes, this is the interpreter.
Hi, I'll be speaking to the defendant now. Sir, will you please state your full name and date of birth?
Hola, buenas noches. Eres intérprete el día de hoy. Señor, si me pudiera por favor brindar su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Luis Alonso Adrián, 13 de mayo de 1997.
13 de mayo del 97, dijo. Luis Alonso Damián.
Luis Alonso Ana Millán.
I'm so sorry. This is interpreter. I'm just having a hard time listening to his full name, so I'm going to ask for a repetition.
Okay.
Sí, señor. Me dijo Luis Alonso, ¿cuál es su apellido?
Aranda Millán.
Aranda Millán.
Aranda. General.
¿Me lo puede deletrear, por favor?
A-R-A-N-A.
Luis Alonso Arana. And the date of birth is May 13th, 1997.
Thank you. You are here on a new case today.
Gracias. Trabajaremos aquí en un nuevo caso el día de hoy.
You have been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Usted ha sido arrestado debido a posesión de narcóticos y ha sido condenado a lo que es daño criminal y penal. Delito menor.
I have found legal cause to hold you, and I am assigning you an attorney.
He encontrado una causa legal para retenerlo y le vamos a asignar un abogado.
Your next court dates are March 5th and March 7th in the downtown court.
Sus fechas para la corte serían el 5 de marzo y el 7 de marzo. Serían en la corte del centro.
Pero a mí me dijeron que me iba a ir hoy, porque yo no tenía nada que ver.
But they told me that I was going to leave today because I had nothing to do.
Que ya habían pagado ese tiempo ellos.
And according to them, they already paid the time.
Porque yo no trabajaba, man, ellos no más trabajaban. Yo anduve con ellos y por eso aparecía yo allí. Yo nunca gané dinero.
Because I didn't work with them. Permítame, por favor. Because I didn't work with them, I just was hanging out with them. I never took any money. It was theirs.
Sir, if you promise to appear, you'll be released today.
Señor, si promete aparecerse, será liberado hoy.
But there are some conditions
just to confirm. I'm so sorry. This is interpreter. You said appeal, right?
No. If you appear. If you promise to appear, he will be released today. Yes.
I'm so sorry. Thank you. Si usted promete aparecerse, usted sería liberado el día de hoy.
But there are some conditions to your release.
¿Aparecer dónde?
Pero hay algunas condiciones en cuanto a su liberación.
You cannot return to where you were arrested, and you cannot have any contact with any of the victims or witnesses.
No puede volver a donde fue arrestado y no puede tener contacto con ninguna de las víctimas o de las personas arrestadas.
You also cannot possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Y tampoco puede poseer ningún tipo de droga, alcohol o armas.
Do you understand these conditions?
¿Entiende usted estas condiciones?
Sí, son esas condiciones que me está diciendo, está bien.
Yeah, if those are the conditions you're telling me, it's fine.
Do you promise to follow those conditions?
¿Promete usted seguir esas condiciones?
Sí. De hecho, ya las había hecho.
¿Perdón?
De hecho, ya las había hecho.
Actually, I told them before.
Do you promise to appear on March 5th and March 7th at the downtown court?
¿Promete aparecerse el día 5 de marzo y el 7 de marzo en la corte del centro?
Voy a tener que venir. Yo y el juez.
So will I have to come?
Yes,
Go
if
there.
you don't promise to appear, I will not release you.
Sí, si usted no promete aparecerse, yo no lo voy a liberar.
Sí, está bien. Yo iré que haya.
Yeah,
No hay
I'll
ningún
go.
problema.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be
No
releasing
problem.
you. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services.
Upon your promise to appear, what, I'm sorry?
I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services.
Okay. Muy bien. Con la promesa de que usted estaría apareciéndose, yo lo estaría liberando bajo la condición de los servicios de juicio previos.
You'll be released in about 4 to 5 hours.
Usted será liberado.
Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Por favor. I'm sorry. Please what?
Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Por favor, pase a su izquierda para su documentación, su papeleo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Interpreter.
No, thank you for your patience. Have a good night.
Thank you. Okay, this now concludes the 11 p.m. calendar.